Yo, what's up, guys? James Carter TV here to recap what I believe to be the game of the year so far. And I'm going to talk about this extensively throughout the video, but the game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. And in my prediction video that I made 4 hours ago, I said that the Oakland Raiders would win the game. I thought it was going to be by 20-17, but I said that the Raiders are going to win this game, that I don't care how well the Raiders have been playing. Actually, I don't care how well the Chiefs have been playing. I don't care how poorly the Raiders have been playing. That in the NFL, week from week, you don't know what's going to happen. Just because teams be playing well in the past, it doesn't mean they're going to play well on this night. Especially since it's a divisional game, a primetime game. The result is up in the air, and the Raiders are going to win a game. They've been close to winning games. The Raiders are going to challenge the Broncos next week, and they're already looking forward to that. So it's going to be easy for them to overlook the Oakland Raiders here today, and that's exactly what happened. The Chiefs did not take the Raiders seriously throughout the first half. The Chiefs started to take them seriously during the second half, started to rally back, scored 17 straight unanswered points, but then Derek Carr, the guy who I had ranked as the third quarterback in the NFL draft this season, went right up the field for a game-winning drive, and he made his name known throughout the country here tonight. No longer will anyone confuse him with David Carr. This is Derek Carr, and he appears to be the franchise quarterback the Raiders have been searching for decades. I mean, why not? Hell, even when they went to the Super Bowl, they didn't have a damn franchise quarterback. So, I mean, Rich Gannon, he wasn't a franchise quarterback to me. So it's been a long time. Let's at least say that. Derek Carr, 18 of 35, 170-something yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. He did what he had to do. I mean, we have to always keep in mind with this kid that he's playing with the worst offensive talent in the NFL, next to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I can make a case. Hell, not even next to. They're just the worst. I mean, they stink. Okay, they got Darren McFadden and Maurice Jones-Drew, 2 washed-up running backs at the running back position, followed up by wide receivers James Jones, Bryce Butler, Denarius Moore, who doesn't even play, and other nincompoops and black clowns like this. I mean, they stink. I mean, honestly, they could throw me out there. I'll be the number 4 wide receiver on the team, and I play quarterback. So I mean, obviously these people don't know what they're doing. So the Raiders, I mean, their wide receivers stink, and their offensive line actually played well today. So I'm gonna give the offensive line a lot of credit. But let's not forget they have Jared Valdir on the, actually, did they? I think they should have him on there, I believe. But I know for a fact they have Menelik Watson on there. He played really well today, although he did let up a sack, but I'll let that slide. Gabe Jackson as well on that offensive line. And they played well today. They only let Derek Carr get sacked once or twice. Once, like I know Menelik Watson allowed that sack. But like I said, I mean, their offense was good enough. I mean, Latavius Murray had 4 rushes for 112 yards. I mean, this guy broke off a 90-yard run in the second quarter. And then he got injured and had to leave the game. And who knows what he would have done in the second half of the game. 112 yards after the first 2 quarters. I mean, wow. And he pretty much led them to the lead after the first half, but then he went down and the Raiders offense cut to a halt. But then things changed when they went to Marcel Reese, who just was at the last drive of the game for the Raiders. I mean, this guy started just pounding the ball up the middle, and there was a key 4th down, actually 2 4th downs, where they had to go for it, and they did, and they converted. Both were actually, one was a 4th down, one was a 3rd down. The 4th down and the 3rd down, Derek Carr right up the middle, quarterback sneak, and they got it. And it was desperation from an 0-10 team, but hey, it ended in a win. And you know what? Maybe they're not going to win another game this season. I project them winning 1 or 2. But this is great for the Oakland Raiders. I mean, the Raiders have been rebuilding for 2 years, really. I mean, that's what I believe, okay? In the 2 years they've been rebuilding, they've been doing a hell of a lot better job than the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, you know what I think. I think the Jaguars are going to be in the hell of the NFL for the next decade. I mean, I think these guys stink. But while the Raiders have guys like C.O. Moore, Khalil Mack, Derek Carr, already making their presence known. Menelik Watson on the offensive line. Gabe Jackson on the offensive line. I know I'm forgetting somebody right now who's also been playing really well. But they have the building blocks that they need to move forward and play well in the future. And that's huge when you're trying to rebuild a team, and that's what they're doing here. It's interesting to see, and I expect them to keep this rebuild going. I expect them to keep going and keep doing well in this rebuild. And I mean, I tweeted it. Let's look at the tweet. I tweeted it during like the second quarter of the game. I'm like, wow, I mean, these young guys out here know what they're doing, and they're playing really well. DJ Hayden, cornerback for the Oakland Raiders. I mean, this guy was playing really well as well. They have the building blocks that they need to move forward in the NFL, and I like that. Now keep adding. You're going to have the first, second, or third pick in the NFL draft, most likely the first. Add on to that. I look at Amari Cooper, look at Leonard Williams, look at Randy Gregory, whatever piece you need. Trade down maybe, not too far, maybe trade down 4 picks, get you even more picks, keep building. And Tony Sparano, I mean, this is a very interesting case. I mean, this guy coached a hell of a game today. He's getting something out of these Raiders, but is he good enough to stay? I don't think so. I think you need to go out. I think you need to get a big name if you can. And Harbaugh is going to be out there, period. He will. John Gruden, this guy, apparently there's rumors floating around that he might go there. Okay, we'll see. So look after that and look at some other candidates as well. And to touch on the Chiefs a little bit, hey, Chiefs fans, you're going to be just fine. This was a trap game for you. You guys are going to come out, in my prediction, you guys are going to come out next game and you're going to beat the Denver Broncos and you're going to forget this game ever happened. But let's not forget, Chiefs fans, you guys lost to the Tennessee Titans. You guys love playing down to talent. This is your second loss to a terrible team. But you beat the Seahawks last Sunday, and now you're going to host the Broncos, and I think you're going to win. So let's see what your team is made of when you host Denver for the division lead, most likely. Let's find out, and we shall find out. So until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.